Greetings, beautiful people. I am back. Corporate. PT's book. Setting the record straight. Corporate has rightly become a kind of swear word in the West. But in ununiformed places like India, it still sadly remains a good word. In fact, the only hope of a bright future. Good to see the bubble burst recently when a big IT company in India announced that it had been proudly showing huge profits when it was actually functioning in loss. Being so used to making profit from their little shops mentality, they haven't quite gotten what corporatism is about. In a world where money is the only god. And the primary reason for doing anything. People get very startled when I say corporatism is not about making money at all. It's more about the pretension and sticking people up in confined oxygen-less coops called offices, making them do unnecessary things they would rather not do. That's why they hire 10 times more people than they require, to make them to do rat race under meaningful work titles like assistant marketing assistant. Most major corporations in the world are in red most of the time. Huge bank loans is what keeps them afloat. It's all just a bark exercise. If anyone remembers Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. If not, it's suggested that they watch the series just to know what bark means. Don't be shy of fast forwarding. In a nutshell, it's about wasting time in the most ridiculous manner possible, while inflicting maximum damage to the surroundings. The word corporate, art equal art rate. Yes, art rate. Each beat wasted in orchestrated nonsense equal one less beat available for multiversal remembrance. Ridicule. Most people are willing to go to any extent to not have to face ridicule from society. Wear certain clothes, behave a certain way, cross the Atlantic in a rowboat if they have to win the respect of their hive. They have no concerns, however, about not having to face ridicule from divine. Whatever they are doing in order to enhance their self-image in society system is hilarious, ridiculous, from divine perspective. They can be bothered as they have no concern for their soul or after death state. If they decide to align with divine, they will surely face ridicule from the unholy society system. A straightforward choice. Next image. People fail to realize that one lives and dies with oneself, not other people's image of oneself. Thus, so much pretension, fraud, and non-evoluting actions. Oh, the like me syndrome, that's a good one. Tu sais, c'est quoi tu manges? Des branches de cèdre? There is a massive like me syndrome happening on this planet, much more than any other syndrome they talk about. You should like me. Why don't you like me? People should like me. Why doesn't everyone like me? All this is strange, considering that most here are just passengers on the train to hell. Why should anyone like anyone who is just another passenger on the train to hell? And how would that liking help them? Will that help them get off that train? No. It would just make them more unwilling to get off of it. What is there to like in a being who is not in control of their destiny and just free falling into deeper hells? People of now are asking to be liked for just exercising. That too they can hardly manage. A very pathetic hellbound state of affairs. Why not strive to evolve one's being to a point where one can lead others out of hell, so that there is some point to others liking one, instead of wanting others to like one, even though oneself has no clue whatsoever. The hive mind. People, when quizzed deep enough, often say they don't know why they behave like they behave, or did what they did. Since everything has a reason, no matter how much one denies it, there is an explanation, and it lies in hive mentality. Very few individuals walk this planet as very souls are able to step out of the hive mind. Even if they see something wrong in the hive, they are fearful to point it out, for the fear of being excluded. This repeated lack of straightforwardness leads to a confused blind state, which makes it impossible to see things as they really are. Hive provides comfort and security, very similar to a beehive or a shepherd. Sheep gets very fearful of being left behind in the herd, so one carries on, following hive parameters, no matter how absurd or illogical, to make sure one keeps pace. The fact that the sheep herd is destined for factory knives is overlooked in the momentary security and the general umbrella for self-indulgent nonsense it provides. I'll be back.